What's up, everybody? Dog 1985. There's levels to this. Okay, guys. So the Activision deal apparently is being under scrutiny again. And this time, I guess it looks worse. I don't know. All I know is this: I had no idea that Call of Duty meant so much to the PlayStation brand. Literally, the world is trying to save Sony. Do you understand that concept? That the world is trying to save Sony. From what? Microsoft had to come out and say that even if they took all of the Call of Duty players and they switched over to Xbox, the PlayStation's install base would still be larger. That's how far ahead they are. Now, I don't know if this is true or not, but if that's true, how does this deal not make sense? Now, I understand that there's levels to this, and you should too. So you should understand that we should have a little of humility and understand that these people that are hired to review these things should know more than we do about how this stuff is going to work and how it's going to affect the market and all that other stuff. So if they're reviewing it, we should look at it from a standpoint of, okay, maybe they do care about us. But language really matters. So if they were to say something like, hey, we're looking at this deal because we're afraid that if Microsoft gets this deal and they go through, we're afraid that they're going to increase the price of Game Pass to an amount where it's really going to hurt the consumers. Now you got my attention. Now you got my attention because now you're directly affecting me. The language, right? But if you're saying we got to look at this deal because it's going to affect their competitor, but I still have access to purchase either or, why why, why would I worry about that? Sony just has to figure out how to do something more compelling. I I don't I don't get it. I don't understand. So somebody help me understand how this deal going through actually hurts the gamers. The gamers. And if you're going to say, well, they're going to take Call of Duty off of a PlayStation platform, nothing is stopping that same gamer that's gaming on PlayStation from getting an Xbox, which is the same thing I was told a long time ago when I said, why doesn't Sony want me to play Spider Man? And somebody said to me, no, the question is, why don't you want to play Spider Man? Because nothing's stopping you from getting a PS5. That day, that person was galloping down the right path. I went ahead and got myself a PS5. And now, if there's something that comes out on the PS5 that I want to play, there's nothing stopping me from playing it. So, again, how does this deal going through affect the gamer? That's what the language has to say. Because if the language is this deal is gonna hurt the competition, then the competition just needs to get better and figure something else out. You cannot get mad at Microsoft for figuring out a way to compete. Maybe they didn't compete the way most people wanted them to. Maybe it wasn't as traditional as people want, but they figured out a way to compete. Whether you want to believe it or not, they're in the conversation. And if you can, even if you have foresight, you can see what they're trying to do. Xbox is going to be everywhere. The platform transcends a physical box. But maybe they do block this deal. It seems like the world is against Xbox, trying to protect Sony. So we'll see. I'm very interested to see how this turns out. Before this deal even went through, or if it was, or before it was even announced, I'm not gonna sit here and cap and tell you that I was a huge Call of Duty fan. Like I don't even have Warzone downloaded. But if the games do come to Game Pass, oh, I'll play them because I do like first person shooters. It's just Call of Duty is not really my cup of tea. So if the deal doesn't go through, I mean it is what it is. But I think it's kind of messed up the way they're trying to say that they're protecting us as gamers, when in reality they're protecting Sony. Sony needs the world's help. Damn, that's pathetic. Doc Dog 1985, there's levels to this. We out. Peace.